So homework problem it is I equal to integration from x dx 0 to pi by 2 0 to pi 0 to pi x dx divided by 1 plus sin x. So now the same problem we have done earlier also, but now this is a bit different. Numerator there is only x is there, so I need to remove that x. That is my own intention, the previous first intention. So what I have to do here is just apply the property, apply the property. What the property tells us? I equal to integration from 0 to pi. Simply you replace x by upper limit minus x, or else sum of the upper and lower limits minus x. So which is pi minus x into dx whole divided by 1 plus sine of pi minus x dx. Correct? So now here my intention is to remove the x. So for that what I can do, simplify this. 0 to pi, this is pi into dx divided by 1 plus sine 180 minus theta is sine theta. I do the same thing again, one more here, minus I separate this 0 to pi x into dx divided by 1 plus sine x. I have skipped one step here because you know already these kinds, and it's a homework problem, already have done this. And this part is there, no, it is my exactly like y. So what I can do here is I simply replace this number by y. So this is pi integration from 0 to pi dx divided by 1 plus sine x minus I, left side also I, correct? Yeah. Now I will take this I to the left side, so you get 2i equal to pi into integration from 0 to pi 1 divided by 1 plus sin x dx. And now it's very ordinary case. It is we know that it is easily we can solve this by indefinite integral method. Yes, simply multiply and divided by what do you have to do? Multiply divided by 1 minus sin x. 0 to pi 1 minus sin x divided by 1 plus sin x into 1 minus sin x, which is my new form. Next, what I am doing, simply denominator simplified. What is that? A plus b, a minus b form. So you can get it as pi into integration from 0 to pi 1 minus sin x divided by 1 minus sin square x dx. Correct? So finally what you are getting here, this is pi, and look at this 0 to pi, this 1 minus sin x no change, but the denominator it becomes cos square x dx. Correct? So now this is equal to pi into integration from pi. Can I write 1 by cos square separately? Now minus pi integration from 0 to pi sin x divided by cos square x dx. Correct? Yes? Yeah. Please take down this part. And now we are very close to the answer. 1 by cos square we can write it as sec square x. Sec square x integration is nothing but it is tan x, because you know the derivative of tan is secant square. So similarly sin by cos square can be written as sin by cos into 1 by cos. That is tan into sec, or sec tan is, you know very well, it's a derivative of sec function. So integration of sec into tan is sec. Okay, so easily you can get the answer for that. Yes. So now I will remove this part, first one, this one, and then I just continue the problem. Yes. Next one, I equal to, sorry, 2i equal to, it is not I, 2i equal to pi into, here it is, I say secant square x, correct? So, integration of secant square x to pi secant square x dx minus, I have taken pi common, so 0 to pi, sin by cos is sec, sin by cos is tan, 1 by cos is sec. So I write it as sec into tan x dx. Correct? So finally what you can do here is, this is pi in the bracket 0 to sec square. It is tan x minus, it is sec x, and once again it is 0 to pi. Correct? If I take upper limit, what I will get? Tan pi is 0 minus sec pi, you know cos pi is minus 1, so sec pi is also minus 1, so minus of minus plus 1, and the next minus lower limit I need to find. What is lower limit? Let us substitute 0, tan 0 0 minus sec 0 is 1, correct? This is the value for upper limit, and once again this is the value for lower limit. Yeah, continue. 2i equal to pi in the bracket, this is 1 minus of minus plus 1, so you get it as 2 pi. So finally I equal to 2 pi divided by 2, take this 2 to the right side and cancel this 2, so you get it as the answer pi. So the answer for the homework problem is pi. I hope all of you got the pi only, correct? All of you got pi, then it is correct. Next problem. Next problem. It is again similar kind problem. So not similar, it's a little bit different. It is cos square and sin raised to 7 like that. Yes? Shall we go for the next? Yeah. So the next problem is very simple. The two problems we are doing now, both are very simple problems. So first one, evaluate the first problem is integration from minus pi by 2 to plus pi by 2 sin raised to 7x dx, and the second problem is integration from 0 to pi by 2 cos square x dx. They may give sin square x also, there is no any issue at all. Okay, anything whatever they wish they can give. Yes. So the first problem is minus pi by 2 to plus pi by 2 is given for us. It is exactly the similar case, minus a to a f of x dx property. But very important thing to remember about the property minus a to a f of x dx, there are two answers are there for that property, correct? Correct. One is 2 times of 0 to a f of x you will get, another one is 0 you are getting, correct? Yes. One property minus a to a f of x dx, what do you get? 2 times of 0 to a f of x dx, correct? but another one is 0 for odd and it is for even. I hope you remember this. Now look at this, my first function. What is this? You know very easily the sine function can be defined. It is an odd function. Sine function is odd, but sine is multiplied for odd number of times here. So whenever sine is multiplied for odd number of times, obviously the function once again odd, odd into even, odd into odd, even, minus into minus, plus. So odd into odd, even. But here odd is multiplied for odd number of times. Minus is multiplied for even number of times, then only you get even. Minus whenever you multiply for odd number of times, andre minus into 3 times, minus into 5 times, once again you get minus only. But whereas the minus into minus 2 times, 4 times, 6 times, you get plus. Similarly, whenever two odd functions if you take, 2 times, 4 times, 6 times multiplication of odd function, you get even function. But odd number of times, 1 time, 3 times, 5 times, 7 times, they are all odd only. Odd function multiplication you have to understand. So now it is very clearly you can say that minus pi by 2 to plus pi by 2 sine raised to 7x dx, it is 0. Why? Because it is odd function, correct? Because sine raised to 7x is odd. I hope you can understand this. Correct? Yes. This is very important property you have to remember. Yeah. Next, look at this. Next thing is that second problem. It is the first problem, okay? Second problem, I equal to integration from 0 to pi by 2 cos square x dx. I think even and odd only when it is minus a to a form. When the limits are minus a to a. Every time I don't think, sir, it is even, sir, it is a 0, sir. It's odd, sir, it's like, no. Whenever you have minus a to a form, then only you think about even and odd. Otherwise, there is no any much more difference in that. So cos square you know very well, I told you many times we are using 1 plus cos 2 theta divided by 2 formula. Oftenly we are using that. So here 0 to pi by 2, I can write cos square x as 1 plus cos 2x divided by 2 with respect to x. Correct? ಇದನ್ನ ಈ ಕಡೆ cross multiply ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ it is a cos 2a formula it is. If it is half angle, it will be cos x will come. Correct? I hope you remembered because I have used many times this one. 1 by 2 I will take outside. Again you get 0 to pi by 2. 1 plus cos x bracket complete with respect to x. Correct? Correct as cos 2x. 1 alla 2. Correct? Cos 2x. Correct? What is integration of 1 now? I equal to integration 1 by 2 in the bracket. Integration of 1 is x and integration of cos is sine. 0 to pi by 2. Correct? So it is not 1, it is 2. Sine 2x divided by 2. Very good. Next node. Let us take upper limit 1 by 2, let it be outside as it is. If I take x equal to pi by 2, it will be pi by 2 only. Whereas sine 2 times of pi by 2. 1 pi by 2 andre 90. 2 pi by 2 andre 180. But sine 1 it is 0. So plus 0. It is my upper limit value. Minus lower limit. If I take x equal to 0, it is 0. Sine 0 is also 0. So lower limit complete value becomes 0 only. Okay. Here in this step, don't try to drag the terms. Means in every term substitute the value and write lengthy process. Don't do that because you get confused. The terms which are going to be 0, no, you skip it. Okay. And in the next case, in next problem onwards, I don't write this also because there is no any use of it. It's going to 0 andre bit bidodadu ಅಷ್ಟೇ. Okay, so the next, what is this? It is I equal to pi divided by 4 is the answer for this problem, correct? Yeah. Next problem. Yes. Next problem. Yeah. See, next is important problem and bit confusing. All of you look at that problem very carefully because that problem was asked repeatedly in the exams, even in competitive exam also. So take care of that problem, whatever we are discussing in the next one. So it's a good problem also. Evaluate. It is integration from 0 to pi by 2, which is 2 log sin x minus log sin 2x. Difference, understand here, it is sin 2a formula, it is only sin a. Okay, it is like that. Yes, look at this problem. It's a very simple problem but confusing problem. Look at this. See, I will take this is equal to I and I will do step by step. 0 to pi by 2, 2 times of log of sin x minus log of sin 2x, correct, dx. I hope you can now understand very clearly here. One angle is given in terms of x, another angle is given in terms of 2x. Always try to do all the angles in the same, means either 2x or else in x. So it is easy to make 2x as x because we know the formula of sin 2a. Sin 2a is 2 sin a into cos a. Yes, here what I do, I just do the one thing, 0 to pi by 2. Then I can write it as 2 log sin x as it is minus this formula inside the log 2 times of sin x into cos x. Shall we write like this? And then this is close dx. Correct? Correct? Yeah. Now look at this. This is 0 to pi by 2. Understand first step by step what I am doing. Generally, whenever a problem is given in definite kind, what we do, we try to think about the properties. But here I am not talking about the property because of different angles. First, my intention is to make the angles same. Then I go for the properties. Okay? Okay. So 2 times of log sin x minus, what is this? Log a into b into c. Can I write it as log a plus log b plus log c? But unfortunately backside you have a minus, so all that sum becomes minus, plus plus plus, all changes to minus minus minus. So can I write it as a log 2 minus log sin minus log cos? Correct? Yes. Then it is a very important thing you remember here. I have 2 times of log sin x already. Here one more log sin x. So I can subtract them. 2 minus 1. It is 1 log sin x. So this becomes 0 to pi by 2. 2 log sin x minus log sin x is log sin x minus log cos x minus log 2 with respect to dx. Correct? Now I can call it as 1. ಇದಕ್ಕೆ 1 ಅನ್ನೋದು ಯಾಕೆ ಹೇಳ್ರಿ? Your intention is fulfilled now. What was your intention? Your intention was to write all the angles in terms of same. Correct? Yeah. Next, go for the properties. What the property tells us? Now using the property, using the property, what you can say? I equal to integration from 0 to pi by 2. It is log of sine of pi by 2 minus x. Correct? And the next minus log of cos of, once again, pi by 2 minus x minus log 2, and this is all with respect to x. Nodri. Yes, can you understand this? What I have done? Log of sin 90 minus theta, log of cos 90 minus theta, and log 2. Correct? Very good. What is this? Cos sin 90 minus theta becomes cos theta. Cos 90 minus theta becomes sin theta. Log 2 as it is. Yeah. So then it is very clearly you can say this. I can write it as I equal to this one, 0 to pi by 2. 0 to pi by 2 log of cos x minus log of sin x minus log 2 dx. Correct? Now I call this as equation number 2. This is what we do. We call it as equation number 2. Then what I can do, I will add 1 and 2. Look at equation 1. Look at the equation 1. Equation 1 log sin x you have. Equation 2 minus log sin x. Equation 1 minus log cos x. There is plus log cos x. And very interesting thing is that the limits are same. Therefore I can add. If the limits are different, I cannot add. This is very important. Every time you cannot add it. I can add here only because of both are 0 to pi by 2. When both are 0 to pi by 2, I can add their integrands. You integrands. When I add their integrands, no. So very clearly, log sin x cancels, log cos x cancels. Here also it is minus log 2. There also minus log 2. Minus 2 log 2. It is correct. So finally, what I can do here it is adding 1 and 2. Adding 1 and 2, I will get it as 2y equal to 0 to pi by 2 minus 2 log 2 dx. Correct? Not necessary to write every term, cancel and all that. It will be a very lengthy process. Already you have 3 terms here, that more 3 terms, 6 terms you need to write. Cancel it. Why you should do that? Not necessary. Okay? Yes. Next note. Now this 2 and this 2 is removed, correct? Because 2 it is cancels. So finally I equal to, I take minus log 2 outside. This is integration from 0 to pi by 2 1 into dx. What is integration of 1? X. So it is minus log 2 into x, where the limit is from 0 to pi by 2. If I take upper limit as pi by 2, I get pi by 2 into log 2. Correct? So I get finally minus pi by 2 into log 2, and this is all I. So this is my final answer. Minus pi by 2 into log 2. Minus pi by 2 into log 2. And some people will write like that. They will take minus here. And they say that it is uh, I equal to pi by 2 log of, if this minus comes here, 2 raised to minus 1. What is 2 raised to minus 1? 1 by 2. So they write it as 1 by 2. If they give answer in this form, prove this like this in exam, no, don't worry. That is again simply minus is taken here. Okay. Yeah. Yes, please note down this. It's a very easy and interesting problem, and a little bit very scary thing is that here it is 2x and here it is x. If you understand this is x and 2x, no, then next of the part is very simple. What you can do here is simply convert this 2x into x. Later on simplify. After the simplification only you apply the property. When you apply the properties, start adding both 1 and 2, and then obviously sin x and cos x cancels. You get only constant term. That's integration is very easy for us. Correct? So this is how important problem in definite integrals. Okay. Yeah. The next is again an important problem. Again an important problem I am doing. We have to remember. Correct? Yes. Yes. Now the problem is very simple, but looks very difficult. It is very simple but looks difficult. Yes. Integration from 0 to pi by 2 sin x minus cos x. Numerator is sin x. Numerator is sin x minus cos x divided by 1 plus sin x into cos x. See, look at this. It looks very scary, but very clearly you can understand. Very clearly you can understand if I apply the property, denominator will not change. Because 0 to pi by 2 means if they are talking about the first quadrant. In the first quadrant, sine changes to cos, cos changes to sine. So this function becomes cos and this becomes sine. So denominator will not change. It remains as it is even after the property. Okay. But the thing happens here, it is the reverse. Sine becomes cos, cos becomes sine. You have sine minus cos, that becomes cos minus sine. Understand? When I apply the property, sin 90 minus theta goes to cos theta and cos 90 minus theta goes to sin theta. So cos minus sine I will get. And because of both the limits are same, I can add both. When I add both, what do you get the answer? Numerator sine, here it is plus. But in property, when you take the next step, minus. Here it is minus, there it is plus. Both cancel. Numerator becomes completely 0. So then total answer becomes 0. Numerator 0 ಆದರೆ ಮತ್ತೇನಿದೆ next? What you are going to do? Yes? Yeah. So let us we do this. Correct? Solution. We will do this. You can understand. Okay? I equal to 0 to pi by 2 sin x. Look at this. बातें मत करो, काम करो, सुबह सुबह काम करो, do the duties. Yes, I call it as 1. Correct? Very good. Apply the property. Apply the property. Property क्या बोल रहे हैं हमें? Apply the property. What is it tells? Property I equal to 0 to pi by 2 ऐसे रहने दो. Sin का जगह I take it as pi by 2 minus x minus cos of pi by 2 minus x whole divided by 1 plus sin of pi by 2 minus x cos of pi by 2 minus x dx. Correct? Yes. Look at this one. ನೋಡ್ರಿ ಕೇರ್ಫುಲ್ ಆಗಿ ನೋಡ್ಕೋಬೇಕು. Yes, look at this. Yeah. Then what I can do here is very simple. I just want to do the one thing here. It is 0 to pi by 2 है तो हमें क्या मिलता है इधर? ये तो cos मिला, cos x minus sin x whole divided by 1 plus cos into sin. I will get no problem if I write cos into sin, because in product in real numbers multiplication of two real numbers is commutative, a into b same as b into a, but whereas the multiplication is not commutative, a into b is not same as b into a for matrices. Remember that, okay? Yes. What I have to do? I have to call it as equation number 2 and add 1 and 2. Yes, adding 1 and 2. Adding 1 and 2. I should not forget left side to add 0 to pi by 2. What is this? Here it is plus cos, minus sin plus sin. 0 divided by 1 plus sin x into cos x with respect to x. Finally you get it as 0. So 2i equal to 0 and I get 0. So this is my answer for this question. Please note down this. Take down. Yes. Correct. So the next problem is a very simple problem. Easily you can do, but a very lengthy problem. It looks simple. It is bit lengthy. Yeah. Finished? I thought that you people are ready. Yes, only online people will be busy. Okay, clear the problem. It is integration from 0 to pi by 2 log sin x. Next problem is our problem. But when you look at the problem, you feel that it is easily, बहुत आराम से I can do, but you cannot do this आराम से. 0 to pi by 2 log sin x.
Sir, integration of 0 is 0 only, sir. Integration of 0. Answer is 0.
I have written 0 only. Integration of 0 only. 0. Anything if you multiply 0. How integration early, differentiation early, or inner early. 0 unruple 0. How 0 multiplication 0 into 1 divided by this quantity. 0 into 1 by 1 plus sin x into cot. 0 into any quantity, it goes to 0.
Sir, because differentiation of any constant is 0, sir. And it is antiderivative. Antiderivative of 0 can be any constant, sir.
It cannot be any constant. It can be a constant, but it is a 0. 0 is a constant only.
It can be any constant.
It cannot be any constant. Why? Because if you want to take any constant, that will works only in indefinite integral. There I can write 0 plus c. Here I cannot write because I have the restriction area 0 to pi by 2. I know the answer of that constant vanishes. You write it as 0 plus c and integration from 0 to pi by 2. Interesting what curiosity correct. So what you have here is upper limit. There is no x, so there is no any question 0 plus c. Correct. Minus lower limit, there is no any again 0 plus c. What do you get? Correct, no? So that's all works in indefinite integral. That's a constant. When you come to the definite integral, andre one day value irthude. Adike definite annodi idike. Why we call it as a definite? There is only one value. Illu avaga ondu bare value